Next, we're going to talk about adjusting student difficulty. We're going to get a little bit more in depth. Under My Classes, click on Adjust Student Difficulty. The first tab allows you to adjust how hard it is to pass an assignment or a test, or how hard it will be to move on to the next blue ribbon. I'll show you what I mean. Select your program, select your class, click Next. You can choose a student on this page. You can choose a subject for that student. So for example, if this student is really bright, I may make it a little bit more challenging for them to complete an assignment or a test. You can go to plus 6%, which is harder. You can go all the way to plus 12, plus 18%. Or if a student is having a difficult time in math, I can make it a little bit easy for him. So in other words, he won't have to complete as many questions to pass that assignment or test. It doesn't make the questions any easier for him, but he just won't have to pass as many or go through as many. Next, I'm going to talk about how to restrict access. So I'm back at the Adjust Student Difficulty page. I'm going to click on the Restrict Access page. I'm going to select My Class. Click on Next. I'm going to choose a student. And let's say I want to restrict access. Maybe the student is below grade level. So I want to restrict access to fourth grade content. Or maybe I want to restrict access to higher content. What I can do is I can select a grade level and click Submit. You may want to restrict access to all levels, all higher levels to your students. So for example, if you're teaching a fourth grade class and you want to restrict access to fifth, sixth, and seventh grade content, what you do is you select fifth grade and you click Submit. And for all of my students, since I selected this check all icon, it's going to restrict access to higher content. Going to go to Adjust Student Difficulty again. This time I'm going to click on Modify Practice Session. I'm going to select my class, click Next. This is kind of cool. This allows you to enable text-to-speech. So maybe you want to enable this option for particular students who have a hard time reading, or you might want to enable it for your entire class. So students, when they log in, they will have the option to click on the text-to-speech icon and hear the question read to them. You can also choose to limit answers to 3 choices only. So instead of 4 or 5 choices, you can limit answers to only 3. And this may be good for students who are having difficulty reading or selecting from all the options. When you're done, you can simply click back to teacher page.